Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Once again, so my dear students, welcome to my 7th lecture. So let's start from prednisones. What is prednisones? So prednisone is a synthetic drug closely related to cortisol, a hormone which is naturally produced in the adrenal cortex regions. So once again I am going to repeat this thing, that one is adrenal medulla and the second one is adrenal cortex. So this is the outer region of the kidney, and this region is responsible to secrete these steroidal hormones. Prednisone, its clinical indications: prednisones, it is used to treat rheumatoid arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus, polymyelitis, polymyalgia, and rheumatica, giant cell arteritis, vasculitis, and other inflammatory conditions. So actually these are the indications or the clinical uses of prednisones. Especially they are used in the treatment of variety of conditions, variety of disease like rheumatoid arthritis, when there is pain and inflammation in the joints, or systemic lupus erythematosus. All these are, you can say, autoimmune disease, or polymyositis and polymyalgia, pain in the muscles, pain in the joints, and giant cell arthritis, vasculitis, and other inflammatory conditions. The use of oral corticosteroids is associated with an increased risk of fracture, but there is limited information on the relationship between corticosteroid dose, bone mineral density, and fracture. Oral corticosteroids treatment is associated with osteoporosis and increased risk of fracture. Fracture risk doubles with each standard deviation reduction in bone mineral density. As we know that bone contains abundant quantity of calciums, and for the activation of these calcium, so vitamin D synthesis is important. So vitamin D, it can be sunlight, which is rich of vitamin D. So after falling the sunlight on your body, so these calcium and phosphates, so they become activated. So it is not known whether the same is true for the corticosteroid induced osteoporosis. There is some evidence that fracture associated with the use of corticosteroids occur at a higher BMD, bone mineral density. As we know that our bone contain a sufficient quantity of minerals than those caused by the involutional osteoporosis, disease of the bones, and although this is being disputed. PERMISSIVE effects. PERMISSIVE effects are, besides the therapeutic effects, के अलावा glucocorticoids, they possess some effects which are known as permissive effects. थेराप्यूटिक इफेक्ट के अलावा ग्लूकोकॉर्टिकॉइड्स, इसके कुछ और भी इफेक्ट हो सकते हैं, उसको परमिसिव इफेक्ट कहा जाता है. इट मीन्स, इसका मतलब ये है दैट दिस इज द एब्सेंस, दैट इन द एब्सेंस ऑफ ग्लूकोकॉर्टिकॉइड्स की गैर मौजूदगी में मेनी नॉर्मल फंक्शन इट बिकम डेफिशिएंट. सो सम ऑफ द फंक्शंस इट बिकम डेफिशिएंट, इट बिकम लैक. सो फॉर एग्जांपल्स, इन द एब्सेंस ऑफ ग्लूकोकॉर्टिकॉइड्स, the lipolytic response of the fat cell to the catecholamine or ACTH, adrenocortico-stimulating hormone, and growth hormone, they are diminished. Effect on metabolism. So glucocorticoids, they are responsible to promote the glycogen depositions in the liver by inducing the glycogen synthetase and promoting the gluconeogenesis. Now here's what will be the effect on metabolism of glucocorticoids. So as usually glucocorticoids, so they are used in the variety of conditions. So glucocorticoids ये क्या करता है? So it will simply promote the glycogen deposition. The glycogen deposition को promote करता है. Deposition का मतलब ये है कि whenever something they are deposited on the surface or in the tissues, deposited means you can say deposit something, जमा होना. So glucocorticoids, it promote glycogen deposition and liver by inducing the glycogen synthase and promoting the gluconeogenesis. The formation of what? The formation of gluconeogenesis, new glucose formation from the glycogens. These glucocorticoids, they inhibit the glucose utilization by peripheral tissue and they increase the release of glucose from the liver. They cause hyperglycemia and thus stimulate the insulin release. As well as glucocorticoids, it stimulate the lipase and cause lipolysis. They also promote lipolysis, mean lipid breakdown, so they also promote lipolysis due to glycogens, growth hormone, adrenalines and thyroxines. The CAMP, the cyclic adenosine monophosphate, induce breakdown of triglycerides is enhanced and fatty acids and glycerol, they are released into the circulations. तो सिंपल हमारे पास जो साइक्लिक एडेनोसिन मोनोफॉस्फेट है वो क्या करेगा, वो जो है ट्राइग्लाइसराइड्स जो है उसको क्या करेगा, उसके दरमियान जो बॉन्ड है, ठीक है, वो टूट जाएगा, ब्रेकडाउन ऑफ द ट्राइग्लाइसराइड्स एंड इट विल बी एनहांस एंड द फैट्स एंड ग्लाइसरॉल दे आर रिलीज. और ये जितने भी चीज़ें हैं, चाहे वो फैटी एसिड्स हो या ग्लाइसरॉल है, ठीक है, वो रिलीज हो जाएगा इनटू द सर्कुलेशन. The increased insulin release stimulates the lipogenesis, the formation of lipids, and to a lesser degree inhibit the lipolysis and leading to net increase in the fats depositions. So it means that whenever fats are deposited on your adipose tissues, so after deposition of these adipose of these fats, so it means that you will gain little bit weight. So due to this, these are as I have already mentioned, the various side effects which are reported whenever these corticosteroids they are administered. Glucocorticoids cause breakdown of proteins and mobilization of amino acid from the peripheral tissues, from the peripheral areas, and this protein breakdown is manifested as a muscle wasting, lipolysis, loss of osteoid from the bone, and thinning of skin can be occurs. Thus, glucocorticoids are catabolics. Catabolic, one is anabolism, so one is catabolism. So in anabolic reactions, there is formation of something, you can say synthesis. So in catabolic, glucocorticoids, they are broken down. So glucocorticoids, they try to maintain the glucose supply to brain during starvation by exerting following effects. For example, gluconeogenesis, and gluconeogenesis, the process of formation of, you can say, glucose from glycogen from glucose, and inhibition of peripheral glucose uptake take place. Release of amino acids from the muscle catabolism, so the amino acid they are also released from the muscle catabolism. It means that the glucose which are stored and during anabolic reactions, so after that the amino acid they are also released from the muscle catabolism and stimulation of lipolysis take place. And inshallah, in my next lecture, inshallah, we will discuss about the different type of hormones and the drugs which are used and the treatment of pituitary gland disorders, which are also called the master gland of the body or hypophysis. Thank you so much for watching my lecture.